I've been warning the parents as best I can. Do not let your babies go to them schools. They're gonna steal babies. They're gonna steal them babies. I'm telling you, they're gonna steal babies.
Hi, this is Celeste, and I do have a breaking story, and I'm going to share screen just so that you have a backdrop as I talk, and feel free to look at this document. You can find it on various government sites. I'm getting it, as you can see, the URL is ready.gov. You can find it on the CDC site and other agency sites. Let me give you a bird's eye view, as like a walk in history. So there were many objectives of Hurricane Katrina. And one of those objectives was when is it acceptable to reunify families during a disaster? This does talk post-disaster. This did go through Congress and it did pass. I just did a quick look for that legislation, but I didn't find it, very readily. But this document, it's 76 pages. It does go into the whole backstory. It does talk about Hurricane Katrina. So the decision was made, and there was a lot of discussion at the time. If the environment became unsafe, do we want to release children back to their parents? And the decision was made by Congress at the federal level to not return children to their parents if they felt the environment was unsafe. And at the time, of course, they were using what everybody would fear, and that was in case of a nuclear war. But because the language was vague and it just says environment, it really can be applied to things like climate change or public health events or many other different types of disasters where the environment may not be safe. Now, once it was passed, it was beta tested actually in Washington State, and they did keep the students in Seattle for 3 days to test this out. This has gone operational. There is another alt media person who is going to be bringing and breaking that story, and it's their story, so I don't want to interrupt that story. I just want you to know that it is operationalized, and it is very necessary if you are the parent of a child that when you take them to any person or entity, you are transferring custody. And in this day and age, you may or may not get your children back, especially with this reunification. And if it's not a safe environment, I mean, that could even drill down to the fact if you were, let's say, a Christian and they felt that your home environment was not safe, your children could not be returned to you. So you need to be aware of this document. You need to look through it. The bottom line, though, is in an unsafe environment, a school is not required to give you back your children. And so I just really want to emphasize that. And that is environment is a very vague statement. So if you have any questions, I'll just ask John, do we have any questions? And then if not, if you're looking at this video later, I would try and answer any questions that you might have.
No questions at this time, Celeste.
Okay, So we will see you on the next breaking news, and hopefully it will be better news. But usually when we have a breaking news these days, it's more troubling than reassuring. So anyway, God bless each one of you, and we will see you next time.